That's gonna record.
So, yeah, no, that's cool. So do you want to, like, since you're talking about while you're reading the music, do you want to pull something out of your book?
Sure.
And just give me an example here, and let's see if I can figure something out for you. I can hold that, too.
Let's try something that I have to play for my exam. If I can find it. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this whole thing. You go hold that.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Thanks. Well, I got it. Okay. Did not expect that to be done too. Okay, here we go.
That's good. So let me give you. We'll focus all on bowing because that's what you brought up. I don't know if this answers one of your questions, but one thing I'm like immediately noticing is here. Let me just see this real quick. I'm just gonna do it like from.
Sure.
I'm gonna call it fiddle position. So if you don't have enough pressure, right, and you brought up pressure, you get this kind of like ghostly sound, right? And you weren't like right? But there was still some like this, I'm going to call it like ghostliness to the notes. And so make sure when you start playing that you at least get enough weight on the string that... And see, I can go really slow here. I probably should play like a normal person. So I can go fairly slow with my bow.
But the slower you move the bow, the more pressure you'll need to sustain that tone.
And I mean, you don't have to be like pushing like right? But there's a certain amount of weight, and so you know what a bell curve is, right? And so you need to kind of like go to one extreme of the bell curve and go, okay, crunch, and then know that you're already at the other side of the bell curve, and see if part of that can be like a slight raise of the elbow. You don't want to be like this, right?
Sure.
Like the moment it feels really bizarre, it probably is really bizarre. But if you bring this up, it is going to put a little more weight here into these fingers.
Okay.
And that will help you get... And then like about here, right, your upper half of the bow, it's going to take more.
Okay.
So here by the frog, you naturally have all this weight.
Sure.
You get out to here, and there's the weight's down here still, right? So if you're putting a little more pressure in, see, it's already becoming more of a stable tone.
Okay, let's... Yeah!
Well, for a little bit there, though, you were getting better tone production. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
So one thing that I always have a hard time with, too, and I'm going to bug you about, is your thumb needs to probably be, like, more here.
More on the pad of the thumb, less the side?
Not a viola or violin expert, let me see this. But what's happening here is your thumb should be closer in line with your first finger, and it can go up. See how my elbow's, like, curving in? So when it curves in, it can like fluctuate here. I was talking to Brittany today because she's a viola major, so I did my lesson with her today. So that's something we talked about. But I feel like yours is coming like way back.
Okay.
So maybe just pulling it a little towards you may help your hand positioning.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back to the bow stuff because I just wanted to point that out to you.
Okay.
Some more of the bow stuff. Something Brittany had me do, and I think we should try, is stopping halfway through.
Okay.
So let me play an example for you. Sorry, I should have brought my viola. I just was running from class. So say we play on the D string, right? And we're bowing, and we stop about here, right? Because about halfway is where that pressure changes, right?
Okay.
Here you have all the weight right here above the frog, right where you're bowing. But when you get here, you know, eventually it gets soft, like you can lose tone, right? Because the weight's all the way down here. Gravity's pulling it this way. It's not
into the string,
right? So I can get it into the string by, see the subtle elbow?
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's putting more pressure here. Okay. And by doing that, so we go halfway, we'll stop. And just do like a micro adjustment of your elbow. Okay. We're not talking like this. Just a micro adjustment. And then see, as you finish your bow stroke, if you can sustain that. And then do the same thing back. Okay. Half and half.
Okay, so this string is different than the G string in that just takes less pressure.
A little less, yeah. So then stop about here and just, micro adjustment. And see if you can sustain that same quality of tone all the way to the tip. Yeah, good. And then like stop here and then, just micro adjustments. Good. Try that one more time. Okay. Just so you get that kind of a little more muscle memory of that. So when you change the little bit of your elbow, can you feel a difference? And it's alright if you don't. But do you feel any difference in where the weight is distributed here?
It's more onto this outside edge of that knuckle.
Yeah.
So right onto the bow. Sort of using the thumb and the index finger as a lever to press down.
Yeah. Okay. Now, keep in mind, as a cello player, some of my techniques might not be, like, there may be better things, right, on viola. Because something we used to do is first and thumb only, and you